Sometimes in life, things you don't want to happen inevitably happen. Okay, here in Michigan, my hometown, we're having a crazy storm coming through. So again, just like the last video, I do not have a lot of time to tell you a bunch of information. So I want to make this impactful. This is important. I accidentally forgot my mics. Again, sorry. We don't have the full production here, but it is super important that you understand, especially if you're someone going through a difficult problem, having a difficult time. Maybe you're super successful in one area, but in the most important area, your mindset, your thoughts, your being present with the people you love, the whole reason you started is suffering. I've been there. In fact, when I was there, and when I woke up out of it, that was the only reason I realized that I was not there. It took one day of actually being present with my family, getting my cup filled, seeing all the blessings that I already had. Suddenly, I stopped giving a damn about all the business things. All the pressure was gone. I went on to go on a generational run here on YouTube, and we're dropping sauce here, fire after fire, getting clients from absolutely everywhere, 15 states, 3 different countries. And I'm here to tell you, despite all that, if you look at these trees over here, bad things can still happen, okay? Now, the reason I wanted to talk about any of this is because this storm is super crazy. Like, people down the street from me, a whole tree fell on their house, whole bunch of stuff. Everybody lost power. It's literally starting to rain right now, okay? No cap at all. And because of that, it really puts into perspective that there's going to be a lot of things that you simply cannot control. And we all know that. We all say that. But it's one thing to safeguard and make sure that you aren't affected on a level that throws you off of your overall course, purpose, gratitude, and highest level feeling, right? Because the thing is, I could sit up here and go, geez, we lost power yesterday for about probably, I think it was less than 12 hours, maybe close to 10, right? But there was no tree that fell on our house. There's people who had lost power for days. Neville Goddard says there's always somebody who's got it worse, right? Like, you can always find a way to be grateful. You know, there's somebody who would basically trade everything they have right now. And that would include all of the things that we often think we're missing, right? A financial freedom, maybe. Maybe it's the house you want to be in. Maybe it's the car you want to drive. Maybe you have those things and you just want to be able to, like, be happy sitting there enjoying them, right? That's the most important. You want your family to be, like, repaired and to love to be in the home, and your kids to understand who you are, and your wife to love who you are, and you look in each other's eyes and it feels like you met and like when you guys were 20, right? That's not easy to have when you're also letting the weight of self-doubt, anxiety, and, you know, overall wanting to perform at your high level and the pressure of society crush you. And you don't have nothing in between to help you make that flip-flop. I'm not saying it's going to be easy all the time, okay? There is absolutely no way to avoid having an off day, right? If somebody's telling you they can be perfect 100% of the time, they're a liar. I don't care. Either that, or they're keeping the world's greatest formula away from us all, and you let me know, I'll go pay them, and I'll tell you how they made it, right? But the thing is, you're going to have off days. But the way to have less off days than other people, and I'm telling you, it doesn't take much these days. Most people do nothing. Most people's only way to safeguard their emotions through high stress work, high stress business, is to quite literally just watch shit that makes you feel more stressed. You know, if there was a point in time where, listen, I know all the characters, and I'm going to call this show out. This is a great show, Grey's Anatomy, but it's actually horrible because the main reason that show has so many views, the reason that show is so successful is because it's like all crazy, negative, scandalous shit. And so your brain is addicted to that. And if that's the only release you're giving yourself every single day to be able to safeguard against all this negativity and all this pressure that you're building from, albeit positive sources, you're going to crumble. You're going to burn out. It's inevitable. So what if instead you just spent 15 minutes every single day doing something that we call the MHP, a mental health plan, right? This can be quite literally a lot of different things. And I wouldn't say anything because no, right? If you want your mental health plan to be going to the Indy 500, right? That's not possible. They only do that once a year, right? So it's not going to work. It's got to be something low barrier, and you'd be surprised if you use a little bit of your imagination how many things that you could do every single day, take you less than 15 minutes, that would radically change the way that you feel, think, and act, right? And I'm telling you, this is amazing, especially for the successful person who's already doing it. I've seen it time and time again. You're not making decisions properly because your mental health is at a 10%. I don't care if the business is at 150. It could be at 350 if you would just give your self-care a little bit more priority. Dial back the pressure, dial back the systems, dial back the messages, dial back all that just a little bit. Focus on you, set it up so that way you can get back on attack, but with that safeguard in the middle. It's going to make the world a difference. I know it. You don't need to wait for me to prove it. I don't need to show you my testimonials. You can go look at that yourself. Try it. Come back and tell us how it worked. Wait a minute. I forgot. If you actually want my entire step-by-step process on how you can create a mental health plan, you can watch this free video in the description. And that's it. No sign up, nothing. Just watch it. It's probably right here. This is also the subscribe button. All right. Yang.